Once upon a time, in a quiet suburban neighborhood, lived Antonia Brooks, a 71-year-old widow whose world had shattered 6 months earlier when her husband, Robert, died suddenly of a heart attack during their morning breakfast ritual. Robert's last words were a gentle "good morning, my love," accompanied by a kiss on her forehead. In the aftermath, Antonia's only daughter, Angela, seemed to step up, visiting often, helping with errands and urging her mother to see a doctor, but it was all a facade. One day, while waiting in the doctor's office, Antonia's phone rang. It was Angela, her voice cold and detached. The call ended abruptly, leaving Antonia stunned amid the sterile waiting room. For 45 years, she'd poured her life into raising Angela, sacrificing alongside Robert to build a modest but loving home. The beach house was their family's haven, summers filled with laughter, birthdays and holidays. The truck still carried Robert's scent. And now it was all gone, traded for Angela's selfish adventure. Yet, as shock gave way to calm, Antonia remembered something. 3 days before his death, Robert had given her a manila envelope. "If something happens to me, open it when you're ready," he'd said. Grief had buried the memory, but now she retrieved it from her dresser. Inside were deeds, bank statements, and a heartfelt letter from Robert. He'd secretly invested their savings wisely over the years. They owned 6 properties, including the luxury apartment building where Angela had lived, plus shares in profitable companies. Antonia was the sole heir to a fortune worth millions. Robert had kept it hidden to ensure Angela loved them for who they were, not their wealth. The irony burned. Angela thought she'd left her mother penniless, but Antonia was richer than ever. Instead of immediate confrontation, Antonia chose a different path. She contacted Robert's lawyer, Mr. Peterson, and quietly reclaimed her assets. The beach house sale was nullified as fraudulent. The truck was recovered. All the while, she maintained the appearance of a destitute widow, letting neighbours whisper sympathy. Angela called soon after, her tone falsely sweet, claiming she'd deposited 30% of the proceeds. "Fair, for Antonia's needs. They were off to Europe for at least 6 months, maybe more." Antonia smiled through the betrayal, bidding her farewell. Weeks passed without word from Angela. Antonia visited the reclaimed beach house, reminiscing about happier times, and learned from a passerby how Angela had spun lies about her sick mother to hasten the sale. Meanwhile, Edward's debts unravelled, loans taken fraudulently using their apartment as collateral, which he didn't own. The business in Europe was a sham. Edward fled his troubles, stranding Angela. Broken and alone, Angela returned, receiving an eviction notice from a Robert Investments Inc., Antonia's secret company. Desperate, she begged her mother for shelter, unaware of the truth. Antonia welcomed her, but let her struggle, job hunting amid legal woes, taking a night cleaning gig, facing humiliation. Angela sold family jewels from a hidden safe deposit box to pay debts, unaware they were a fraction of the fortune. Antonia, through Mr. Peterson, secretly cleared Angela's name from Edward's fraud. Only when Angela hit rock bottom, humbled, regretful, and valuing family over money, did Antonia reveal everything in the lawyer's office. Shock turned to tears as Angela realised her mother's quiet strength and the lesson. Actions have consequences, and true wealth lies in love, respect, and self-reliance. Forgiven but transformed, Angela kept her job, pursued social work, and together they founded a foundation to aid women in crisis. The beach house became a shelter for the abused. Edward rotted in a French prison for fraud. In the end, betrayal forged unbreakable bonds, turning pain into purpose. What a tale of resilience and redemption. If you're reading from somewhere sunny or snowy, drop a comment. Where are you tuning in from? If this story resonated, show some love with a like or share. More inspiring stories await. Stay tuned.